Another thing that we'll be doing in this chapter, starting in the first section and continuing on, is looking at how to translate verbal statements into inequalities, as well as, of course, application or word problems. So we're going to look at two examples of a verbal statement that we can change into an inequality and then solve. The first one says the difference of m and 3 is greater than or equal to 10. So what we want to do is break this down into three parts. We want to look at what's going to come before the sign, what the sign is, and then what comes after the sign. And as we look at this, we see some other key words. The difference. We know that difference means subtraction. We're finding the difference of m and 13. So we know we're going to be subtracting m and, I'm sorry, not 13, 3. The difference of m and 3, we're going to be subtracting m and 3. This word right here is a clue that we're ready to start writing our sign. So the difference of m and 3 is, and look what comes next, greater than or equal to. And so we're going to have our sign greater than or equal to. Well, what in the sentence comes before those words is what's going to be before the sign in our inequality. The difference of m and 3, difference of course is subtraction, so we're going to do m minus 3. After the words greater than or equal to, which told us our sign, there's only one thing, the number 10. And so the inequality statement that this sentence represents is this statement here, m minus 3 is greater than or equal to 10. If we were asked to solve this, then we would add 3 to both sides, and we would have m is greater than or equal to 13. So this here would be the inequality statement. This here would be the solution. Let's look at another one. 24 is less than the sum of 35 and x. So again, we see that word is, and right after that, less than. So we know that our symbol here is going to be less than. Well, what do we have before the words less than? The number 24. So that will come before the symbol in the inequality statement. After the words less than, we have the sum. Sum means addition. The sum of 35 and x. So we're going to add 35 plus x. Then we could solve that by subtracting 35 from both sides. We have an x over here, the less than symbol, and 24 minus 35 is going to be negative 11. Now we want to remember from a previous video that this would not be the proper form. We want the x to come first. So we're going to write the x on the left, the negative 11. Notice we're pointing at the negative 11. We want to still point at negative 11. And so this would be our solution. So this would be the written statement that we wrote from the sentence, and then x is greater than negative 11 would be the solution. Now let's look at an application problem. It says you received a $25 gift card to Scheels for your birthday. You are looking at shoes and want to spend no more than $85 of your own money. Write and solve an inequality to find the P, tells us the variable we're using, prices of shoes that you can buy. So we have a couple of things here. First of all, they tell us what the variable is that we're going to use. They give us this, tell us to use P. They also tell us that we've got a $25 gift card, and they tell us we're going to use $85 of our own money. It doesn't say we're going to use exactly $85 though. It says we want to spend no more than $85, which means we can spend anything up to and including 85. So we need to put these three things together into an inequality statement to represent this situation. So P again represents the price of the shoes. So we're going to have the P, and then from that price of those shoes we're going to subtract the $25 gift card. So if we were going to go up to the register, they would ring in the shoes at whatever amount they were valued at, P, and then we would give them our $25 gift card and they would subtract that from our total. And we want this amount here to be less than or equal to 85, because we don't want what's left over after we take the price of the shoes and subtract the $25 gift card. We don't want that amount to be more than $85. We want it to equal 85 or be less than. So this would be the inequality that we're writing. Now to solve, we would add $25 to both sides, which gives us P is less than or equal to 110. And this, of course, means that the most expensive shoes that we could purchase would be $110 shoes. We, of course, could spend less than $110, but if we spent more than $110, that would mean we would go over the $85 of our own money that we were wanting to spend.